Here's what you said, sabi mo, gay people molest children at a higher rate than heterosexual. I just think that's generally untrue kasi wala tayong empirical evidence para suportahan yung sinabi mo. All you have is just anecdotal evidence or say things na is just common sense. But it's not technically common sense kasi it's just your personal opinion. Yeah, sure. It's my own personal opinion, it's my own personal biases, it's my own personal experience. Okay? I know may mga taong magdi-disagree and meron din namang mga taong mag-a-agree just like any other opinions. Like pwede kong sabihin na the earth is spherical and there will still be a lot of people na magdi-disagree and that's totally fine, when I said gay people molest children more than the straight people, I didn't say all gay people are child molesters or wala nang matinong gay person or wala nang child molesters na straight. Wait. You are misunderstanding what I'm saying. Meron kasing truth at meron ding mga personal opinions backed by anecdotes na nakuha mo galing sa iyong mga personal experiences. Ang mga personal opinions kasi natin ay mali or kadalasang mali o hindi tugma sa realidad. Kaya nga meron tayong statistical analysis and we rely on empirical evidence on making decisions kasi lahat tayo may mga personal na biases. Kasi kapag nag-a-analyze tayo ng mga pangyayari, wala tayong sapat na scope o kakayahan upang maunawaan ang kabuuan ng sitwasyon. Kaya when you said na gay people molest children more than straight people, hindi siya tugma sa kung ano ang realidad. Okay, so binabase mo ang katotohanan sa kung ano ang sinasabi ng internet. That's fine. Maaari mong makuha ang iyong katotohanan mula sa iba't ibang mga bagay. Pero ang katotohanan ng buhay ay ang katotohanan ng nararanasan mo bilang isang individual. Kung may isang bagay na paulit-ulit na nangyayari sa'yo, but the truth from the internet says it's not true, that doesn't mean that your life experiences are any less real. No. Your experiences can be real. At maaari kang isang statistical na anomalya. Pumupunta ka sa internet para maghanap ng isang study na nagsasabing, this is the truth. I'm sure the internet said that. But I'm talking about my personal experiences. Some people agree with me and some people don't. That is perfectly fine. Alam ko naman yun. But you are still wrong and that's the problem. Okay, patunayan mo sa akin na mali ako. Okay, so according sa mga clinical studies from doctors and researchers on the topic, only 21% of the child molesters studied who assault little boys were homosexual. Nearly 80% of the men who molested little boys were heterosexual or bisexual. And karamihan sa mga lalaking ito ay married at may mga anak. Pedophiles who get attracted to little boys don't automatically mean that they also get attracted to adult males because they can be attracted to adult females. There's a medical medical data to back this observation. In a 1994 study, researchers reviewed 352 medical charts representing children na sexually abused. Researchers found that fewer than 1% lang ang gay or lesbian na child molester. So, ibig sabihin sa 269 na child molester that were identified, only 2 of them are homosexual. Kung titingnan mo lahat ng mga yan at sasabihin mong hindi ito mahalaga kasi hindi siya tumutugma sa iyong mga personal na karanasan, then you're being irrational, you're being silly. In my personal experiences, lahat ng batang lalaki na alam kong minolest siya ay minolest siya ng isang matandang bakla. Now, you can say na studies and research have shown na konti lang na homosexuals ang pedophiles. Hindi ko naman sinabi na hindi yun sinabi ng studies and research. I am just saying, Hindi ako comfortable at gay people being near with children because of my personal experience. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na wala pa akong nakatagpong bakla na hindi child molester. That's not what I'm saying either. I'm just talking about the overwhelming amount of evidence that suggests na karamihan ng mga child molesters are heterosexual male at hindi homosexual. Let me ask you this, do you agree na human beings have biases? Absolutely, we are all biased. Okay, do you think that our biases might cloud our personal judgment? I think every person on earth is biased and lives within a biased reality. That's absolutely true. If you agree with me na human beings have biases and biases might cloud our judgment, then maiintindihan mo na lahat ng iyong personal experience, your own personal accumulation of information is going to be clouded by your own personal biases. Kaya hindi mo kayang ma-assess by yourself ang information accurately in the same way that empirical evidence would. This is precisely why we look at data rather than make arguments around personal experiences. So, sinasabi mo na empirical evidence says this and that, then it doesn't matter what my personal experience is? Okay, that's fine. My point is, if the empirical evidence says that, let's say, chihuahuas are more likely to bite a person than an alligator, but in your life experience, every time nalalapit ka sa alligator, ay kinakagat ka and hindi ka ever kinakagat ng mga chihuahua, are you still going to get near an alligator because the empirical evidence says na safer ang alligators versus chihuahuas? Hindi, di ba? You're going to say na for some reason, kinakagat ka talaga or kinakagat ako ng alligator and I'm not comfortable around alligators. That's called human nature. My point is, hindi ako comfortable with gays watching over children. Many people even agree with me and they are not offended with my assumption. You know what? The alligator example that you did is great. You basically created a hypothetical scenario in which you want your opponent to concede. I can do this exact same thing and say na, well, sa personal experience ko, alligators never bite and chihuahuas always bite. And here's the thing, we will never be able to arrive at a meaningful conclusion to this conversation if we are both operating on personal experience. Good. So now you're saying the thing I just said. I have my own biases and personal experiences. I say them, some people disagree with them, some people don't, and I don't care. But you are still wrong though, because I'm not operating on biases and personal experiences when I talk about gay pedophiles. I'm talking about the empirical evidence. I might have personally thought that majority of pedophiles are gay as well, but once you look at the evidence and you realize that the said evidence suggests something else, you probably are not going to continue believing the prior thing that you believed, right? Well, if you believed everything you found on Google, that is your prerogative. If you think that makes you smart, go ahead. If I read a piece of paper that tells me to believe in X and ignore my personal experiences, I'm not asking you to ignore your personal experiences. I'm simply asking you to look at the data. Let me ask you this. Do you believe that the earth is round or spherical? It's round. The earth is round. But when you go outside, it feels like it's flat. It looks flat. It feels flat. It even feels stationary. But you believe it's round. You know it's round. You believe that the earth rotates on its axis and it's hurtling us through space at nearly 1,700 kilometers per hour. Why? Why do you believe that? Because I have personal experience that would prove to me that the earth is round, rotates on its axis, and it is traveling through space at nearly 1,700 kilometers per hour. Your own personal experience? Pumunta ka ba sa buwan at tiningnan mo from afar ang earth? Yeah. Yeah, I flew up in space and looked down on earth. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But I think you and I both understand the importance of empirical evidence.